Hello. So I'm CEO of Green World Revolution. We're a not-for-profit social enterprise. We've been running for 2 years and we were funded by the Social Enterprise Fund to set up urban agriculture in Perth. So we were donated a giant worm farm from the Murdoch University. It takes up 10 cubic metres and we needed a home to put it in. We stored it for 6 months behind a hairdresser and then we thought we'd better find somewhere else. We put it in this empty lot. I was standing on top of the worm farm looking at the empty lot. I thought this would be a great place to put our first farm. So we cleaned up the 16 cubic metres of waste that was there. Luckily, the weekend we did it, bulk rubbish was on and we distributed most of the waste around the neighbourhood. I then got a skip bin for the rest. You can see it there. It took it 2 days to do. We took up the footprint of the waste and we left the car park for the cars that were there. The property was owned by Tyrone McCanty, Troy McCanty's brother, who lived down the road, worked down the road. So we set up our farm here, our first farm, in 2012, and we use recycled components. It's important for us as Green World Revolution to recycle as much as we can, to use as many found objects and upcycle them into new purposes. So these cubes were taken from a restaurant, the 20-litre oil barrels, and we turned them into sub-irrigation garden beds. We also used a lot of the other resources that are available at the space, so pallets, there from left to right. We built furniture out of it, we built a shed out of it, we've designed planters, and we do a sub-irrigation wicking bed style. So it's really good on water usage, and nutrients are all contained in the containers. We do containerised planting, and we worked with volunteers over about a 5-month process to turn this vacant lot into this garden. So you can see there it's all containerised. We're producing food for the restaurant industry as a social enterprise and employing people out of that property. We're mostly growing microgreens, which are little tiny plants, halfway between a seedling and a sprout, and we deliver them off in pots to restaurants. We also do pea shoots for restaurants and cafes. So we do a whole range of different flavours and colours, which is really exciting. Pretty much anything that you can eat. For salad, you can do as a microgreen, and it generally has more nutrients than the actual product that you're eating. So we deliver on bicycles. We've converted this trolley from a 2-child trolley, so stroller, into a bicycle trolley for millions of little baby plants. So there's still babies on board. It's just these babies are going to get eaten. We do 4 deliveries a week, twice a week at the moment. We service restaurants in Perth. It's a greenhouse restaurant. We've been supplying them for nearly 2 years, or about a year and a half. We also supply the Royal and Sayers Sister, the World Club. We've supplied stuff to Bar One. Richard Branson's eating our herbs up there. This is what we did with the space. So we use IBCs and barrels. The waste products that we use pretty much come from the hospitality and farming and agricultural industries. And the reason we're doing it in containers like this is 1, to conserve water and nutrients, and 2, so that we can be transportable. Because unfortunately in July, this property was sold and we located this one down the road. 3 doors down, got a lease on this one, which is great. The guy was living there in 2 sea-tainers, so the pad's got that structure in it. It's 400 square metres and it came with a tree, which we're really excited about. So it took us pretty much a week and a weekend to move the farm. There you can see we moved it in situ. It's the beauty of doing containerised planting. It was quite exciting to see everything get trucked out. The last thing to go was the shed, which we kind of just dismantled on the spot. It looked like it had imploded. But we cleared the place off until it was spotless. And we set up 3 doors down the road with this. We've been visited by Curtin University. We've been visited by a few celebrities in the garden industry. But in this particular site, we really learned from the previous site that what we need to do is look at how we can intensify our agricultural processes. So we started looking at how we can stack things. You can see we stacked the barrels up there to get twice as much out of the same footprint. We found what we fondly call the coffin boxes, and we're making garden beds out of them. It's killer. So here we are with this, my friend Alex. He's picking up his $25 CSA box. CSA is Community Supported Agriculture. Everyone should get behind it. If you haven't heard from it before, come and speak to us afterwards and we'll hook you up. Basically, the public and the community helps the farmer. Farmer helps them by giving them more value than what they get elsewhere. This is all fresh picked for the person, they're $25 boxes, microgreens, pea shoots, etc. We are now exploring hydroponics and non-chemical hydroponics, so just water-based stuff, soil-based things, because we want our gardens to go onto rooftops next. So we have to lighten the load. This is microgreens we're trialling, also using waste product, which is a Hessian bags from the coffee industry. These are the pea shoots we're now doing. This turns around in about 10 days. So from seed to out at the restaurant, we're turning around, and you can see there we're getting the growth of the roots as well as the peas above. These are the best peas we've ever grown. They go into restaurants, it's awesome. We're also doing other shoots. We're playing around with beans and wheat and so forth. This is what the farm looks like today. It's pretty exciting, and we have plans to turn this into a headquarters and move a major office in, and we're about to spread out into other locations. We've got 2 major farms earmarked for the next year and the year after, and they'll be going into rooftops in the CBD. This is one of them. It's the rooftop of the Central TAFE building. They've offered us the space. There's a beautiful view of the city, but it's going to look a lot better when there's greenery there. We're going to set up the Central Salad Farm. Supply Northbridge with salad. We're going to grow it hydroponically and employ people who are otherwise unemployed. We've had some famous visitors. They're our volunteers, and Costa came down. If you want to dig it with us, come and see us at gwr.org.au or come and speak to me afterwards. Thanks a lot.